Hello, it's Robstar-Z here, and today we are going to play in Recreation C in VGC battles. This is my first Recreation C video, sorry for that it's too late or that, that kind of stuff. I've been busy and I need to learn something for school. So, today's a video. I will be live streaming today, or I have live streamed today, or I will live stream tomorrow to do the international championship competition with another team on the Recreation scene. So, be prepared for that, but for now, we have a video and I will explain the team in just a minute. So the team is as following. We have Ting-lu, Iron Hands, Arcanine, chien-pao, King Ambit and Mouseword 4. I have actually a different Ting-lu build over here. Let's see. And then more bulky, so special defense and defense up, attack nothing and HP. But for this time we're working with this team. So it has max HP, always max HP. I think that's just to play and always, now not always, but I have attack and then I have an adamant mint on it and then an assault vest. But this is the kind of Ting-lu you're gonna see a lot. I think you're gonna see with assault vest and the vessel of ruins, which lowers everyone's special attack by 0.25. Then yeah, that's really the play. So assault vest. So the only threat it really has, even if it has further main, if further main has choice specs and is terror type into fairy type, then it can also threaten in like deal, but it won't do more than 67% damage. If it does a Dazzling Gleam, Moonblast can hurt a lot more. But we have Throat Chop, Heavy Slam, Stomping Tantrum, and Fissure. Of course, if we have some, if we have an opponent that we can do like an electric type, like Iron Hands, we can do the Fissure to knock it out, and if it doesn't knock it out, then we can do the Stomping Tantrum because it has 150 power. Heavy Slam for, of course, the fairy types. Throat Chop just for the stab move. I have a fire type. We have the battles. We have a fire type, another poison type. I don't know which one is better. Probably poison, but for now, I'm gonna do a fire type. This video has a fire type. So that's basically Ting-lu. Now Ting-lu has actually great coverage with Arcanine. Because if you have Ting-lu and you have Arcanine, then you have Ting-lu to lower the special attack, and you have Arcanine with Intimidate, which lowers the attack. So everyone should have lower attack and special attack. That's really the play, and Arcanine of course has that Will-O-Wisp. So for the Iron Hands, for the Dragonites, for the King Ambits. So that's really cool. Protect, Extreme Speed, Flare Blitz. I have it a bit bulky. Now it isn't really bulky, but I had to do some bulk on the defense and special defense, so just it can survive long enough, and the rest is on speed and a Jolly Mint. It has a Citrus Berry, of course it heals when it's low. So that's basically Arcanine and Ting-lu. That's basically the sets I want to show. Of course we have Iron Hands, which can of course go next to chien-pao. So the special defense the special defense, the defense drops. We have a booster energy, so we have attack even more. We have fake out, protect, wild charge and drain punch. Of course HP and attack fully maxed. And then I have one on speed. Yeah, I could do on special defense actually, but we have on speed. And then I mint. This one is really just a quick sweeper, physical sweeper, just because of chien-pao. If he's on the field and him, he can really do great damage. I still have grass types, but I think this in Recreation C we're gonna see less of Among Us, because I haven't seen a lot of Trick Room teams in this series, because Ting-lu is low speed and chien-pao is actually high speed. And I don't know, wo-chien is the neutral, I think. It has 80 speed or something. But I haven't seen many Trick Room teams. And yeah, I haven't seen many sport teams like Among Us. But you can also do, in the Recreation C, I think, Iron Hands a fire type. So it cannot get burned. But on the other hand, it can still be hit by ground type moves. And don't forget, Hydro Pump by Iron Bundle. So look out for that. Arcanine, we discussed this area. Chien-pao, Sacred Sword, Sucker Punch, Haze, and Ice Spinner. Attack, Speed, HP 4. So again, it has a focus set. You're gonna see a lot of those as well. Sacred Sword, Sucker Punch. Sacred Sword is just for the coverage. And Sucker Punch, yeah, I don't know if Sucker Punch or Throat. It has Throat Chop, right? Gotta look it up. Yeah, it can use Throat Chop, but I choose Sucker Punch. And that's just for further main, but you know, it can strike you down. It has so much speed, it's basically outspeeds everyone. So if you do a Throat Chop, it does even more damage and it's a step move. But yeah, you can, yeah, it's weird. I should experiment it with it more. But for now, it is Sucker Punch. We have Haze. Haze. The only reason I'm using Haze is for Dondozo and Tatsugiri. That's the only reason. If I see a Dondozo and Tatsugiri in this team, boom. I do Chien-pao always, Haze it. Then they have nothing to say. Maybe Will-O-Wisp it, so they have actually no attack as well. They can do an Earthquake, but Order Up, it will do nothing. And then the Ice Spinner, of course, with the stab move and the effects of terrain. King Ambit, also a physical sweeper. We have attack, HP, and special defense. Life Orb. We have flying. Terra Blast for the Amoonguss. Cottoneye Cleave, or Koto Cleave. I don't know how to pronounce it. Sucker Punch, Iron Head. This is just your basic King Ambit, like you usually see it. But yeah, nothing to see here. It's just all the coverage. Like I said, with Chien-pao and King Ambit, it's just a good attacker. And if I see a team which is weak to King Ambit, then I choose him over Iron Hands. But most of the time I use Iron Hands. And you have a Maushold with Population Bomb, wide range for Population Bomb, Encore, Protect and Follow Me, and the Ghost Terror type. And of course the attack and speed. Yeah, nothing to say about this here, because I haven't used Maushold a lot. Actually, I haven't used it at all in the showdown battles. And I haven't used it in Recreation C in the rank battle system. So this is a weird one. This is definitely a weird one. And I've been thinking, you can see it here, maybe in the next video, I have been replacing him with Annihilate, and it works, to be honest, now pretty well. And maybe I will do a video about this and the tournament that's coming up this week. But for this video I'm doing Maushold, you're not gonna see it a lot. I don't think you're gonna see it at all. But yeah, that's my team. And we can move on to the battles. So this is the first battle. We're gonna go with Ting-lu, not Arcanine, because they don't have a lot of physical attackers. We're gonna go with Iron Hands, Chien-pao, and King Ambit. They have a good team. Well, Garganacl isn't used very much in this series again, or regulation. But we're gonna see what we're gonna face. I think we're gonna see definitely the Ting-lu as special attacker, Choice Scarf, of course. So we're gonna see what we're gonna see in the first match. So first match, and we're gonna see what my opponent has. He has Chi-Yu and Grimora, so two special attackers. Poison setup. Our special defenses goes and their special attacks goes, which means that doesn't change anything on the field. We have a boost energy to activate our Quark Drive, and then we can move on to our first attack. Now what I'm thinking to do is just do a Stomping Tantrum and a Fake Out, because Chi-Yu can actually do a bit of damage. So we can do a Fake Out and a Stomping Tantrum, then can knock it out. Grimora's probably gonna go with a Mortal Spin, not sure, but that's probably the one that he's gonna go for. And yeah, he flinched, he couldn't move. And then he doesn't need the Mortal Spin. It doesn't do anything. It doesn't really matter because it's to poison us. So we got poisoned. My Ting-lu is poisoned and my Iron Hands is also poisoned. And then we go with Stomping Tantrum to knock out the Chi-Yu. So that's actually good. We can now do as well Stomping Tantrum into the Grimora. Don't know if it has Focus Sash or not, but we're gonna see anyway. Both my Pokemon are poisoned, so we're gonna take damage from that. And we're gonna see what Pokemon he has to offer next. And it is a ting-lu. Alright, that does even lower the special attack of Pokemon even more, but we don't have any special attackers on the team, so that's great. We're gonna go with Stomping Tantrum into Grimora. And then do a Drain Punch, I think, into the ting-lu. That will be the most logical thing, but we don't know if Grimora has that Focus Sash. But I'm gonna risk it and see if we can knock out the Grimora in one turn. Earth Power will actually do more than I expected with the 2 lower damage. And now we do a Drain Punch into the Iron Hands, for the Iron Hands, into the ting-lu. And it does actually a bit of damage. And he does a Body Press, that's an interesting moveset. And now Stomping Tantrum will actually knock out the Grimora. Toxic Debris activates, but now it's a 2 against 2. So I think we shouldn't be worried about it, because Drain Punch can knock out the ting-lu. And we both get poison damage again. Now we're gonna see where he's going next. He's going for Toxapex. Shiny Toxapex. Really cool shiny, by the way. And yeah, I think we're gonna... he has a high defense stat, so I think I'm gonna go with the Fissure. And if it fails, then we're gonna go with the Stomping Tantrum, so it does 150 base damage. And yeah, hopefully the Fissure hits and then it's game over. I think it's already game over. They haven't got really much to offer. But they're actually gonna terrestrialize into the ting-lu, a poison type. That's actually the most common type. I have myself a fire type. Because of the Dazzling Gleam, then it can be Will-O-Wisp then. So that's why I chose the fire type. A Drain Punch wouldn't do anything, a bit of health back for the poison attack, for the poison damage. Another Body Press won't knock us out. And a Fissure connects actually. And it's a one-hit KO. Fissure is so overpowered. With ting-lu, I think it's broken. So we're gonna see maybe a lot of flying terror types in the Recreation Sea, because the Fissure, yeah, you have if you don't hit the Fissure, you can just hit the Stomping Tantrum for 150 base power. And ting-lu is so bulky with the Assault Vest. Yeah, it's really tanky and it has a high defense stat. So you can just Fissure it all the way. But we're actually gonna go with King Ambit, Supreme Overlord. It doesn't get Toxic Debris, the Toxic Spikes. So we can actually go for Sucker Punch and knock it out. I don't know why I wanted to rasterize it. Maybe I pressed it accidentally. But we're gonna go with the Wild Charge. And then we should knock it out. Sucker Punch knocks it out. That's actually a great game, good game. GG to my opponent. This was the first game I played with Recreation Sea, so we got I think 4 more games coming up. There will be quick games, but I wanna do my videos 1 hour long actually. Next game we have I'll always say in my videos Mr. Evers, Frulemain, Chien-Yu, chien-pao, Dragonite, Iron Bundle and Torkoal. So we have a lot of physical, we have a mix of physical and special attackers, so I'm gonna go with ting-lu. We have 2 physical attackers, and we're gonna go with the Intimidate to lower the attack stat. So the special attack is lowered and the attack stat is lowered, and I think that's a really good combo. We're gonna go in the next matchup. And we wait, and then we're gonna see what Pokemon we have. We have Frulemain and Chi-Yu. And then I have Arcanine and ting-lu. So our special defense will be lowered. But you're gonna see that Frulemain he's definitely gonna attack here. And he will see that he will still do a bit of damage. So if you haven't had ting-lu, if you haven't had chien-pao, then you will see that you will do a lot of damage on the ting-lu. But we're gonna see. I'm gonna go actually. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I could go for the heavy scam into the domain and just. Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing here. I think I panicked here a bit and did the stomping tantrum into the chien-pao and a flare blitz into the domain. Heatwave actually misses the ting-lu. He would have survived that, but. Yeah, and then a Dazzling Gleam. You will see now, it does a lot with the chien-pao. So this chien-pao and domain is a really good combo for the Vessel of the Ruins. But domain is gonna go down with a Flare Blitz. And Stomping Tantrum will actually knock out the chien-pao. So it's actually a really good Citrus Berry activate. So it's actually it was a panic choice, but it was actually the good one. Because now both Pokemon are knocked out. Note that this game isn't over like the last game, because they've still Dragonite and our ting-lu is low, and we have used already a Citrus Berry on the Arcanine. But if you can get a Will-O-Wisp off, now it's the chien-pao, and I think they're gonna go with Dragonite. Yeah, that's the Dragonite. Source of Ruin. So our defense drops. Which means I need actually to switch out the Arcanine so I can get one more Intimidate off. Because they can't switch out, so the attack drop will stay. I think I did a heavy slam into the chien-pao. But I don't know if it was the right choice. I think it's the only thing that I could do. Boost the energy will activate. And our attack was heightened. They're actually gonna go with the Terrestrialization into the Dragonite, and it's a normal type for sure. Yeah, it has to be a normal type. And that's gonna mean extreme speed, and I don't know for who. So chien-pao is gonna go with the protect. Extreme speed, is it gonna go into... We're gonna see, this is doing a lot of damage. Heavy Slam will not hit because of the protect, so that's good predicted by them. So we are now in a tough situation. What should we do? We can go with a Heavy Slam again because the chance of protect is 33%. And we're gonna go with the Fake Out into Dragonite, but we don't know if it's the right choice. Because it can have Covered Cloak, and it has Covered Cloak. And now he's gonna do the Extreme Speed and knock out my Iron Hands. I could have done Fake Out and then a Heavy Slam, but that probably wouldn't knock out the chien-pao. And now Sacred Sword, yeah, will knock out the ting-lu. And yeah, now we have 2 against 2. So what I said, the game was not over and done. But we have Intimidate and we have our own chien-pao. So chien-pao comes out. We lowers the defense even more. And Arcanine comes out and will Intimidate. It's especially chien-pao and the Dragonite. But we see that he has Inner Focus. And you don't see a lot of Dragonites with Inner Focus. You see a lot of Dragonites with multi-skill. Because that's just the better ability, I think. But I guess this guy just has something against Intimidate, Gyarados, Arcanine. So we're gonna go with the Protect in case... yeah, we can actually go with a Sacred Sword into chien-pao, but I decide to do it on Dragonite. We're gonna Terrestrialize so it can be knocked out. And the reason, I think, he's gonna think I'm gonna do Will-O-Wisp, and so he wants to knock out the Arcanine instantly. So he's gonna go for my Arcanine. I'm gonna do a Protect, and hopefully he goes for my Arcanine. I do a Protect, and Extreme Speed would have gone into Arcanine, and the Sacred Sword would for sure knocked out. He's actually gonna do a Sacred Sword into my chien-pao, but since I'm a fighting type, yeah, he hit me. No, well, he helped me. He hit me, but not for a lot. And the Dragon Knight is actually down, so it's 2 against 1. And I think this is also a GG. It would have been weird if I lose this. But we gotta go with the Flare Blitz. We can go for the Extreme Speed and Sacred Sword actually. Maybe that was the better call. Because then we have the focusers off. And then we have not the risk, but sometimes I just think too fast of the of the victory. And I just fuck it. And yeah, it's not a good strategy, but he can do really anything. So we do a Sacred Sword. Probably has the focus sash. And yeah, there we go, the focus sash. And the flare bridge will knock it out. I should have done extreme speed just to get the more priority. But yeah, we get knocked out. And yeah, that is game 2 done. GG. Moving into the next game, we're gonna go with Arcanine and Ting-lu again. And this is quite an interesting team. This can be a Trick Room team, but this can also be a team with Sandstream. And then the Sand ability from Rheinrock. Yeah, that's just little fast. He's then a little fast. Double Rock Slide. Double chance to flinch. So we're gonna go with Iron Hands. We're gonna go with the same as last time. And then it's just wait. So they have also Grimmsnarl, which is actually a good status move and shield merchant. But we're gonna see what they're gonna go with. I think they're gonna go with Tyranitar and Rheinrock. Because they see my chien-pao and they see potential. I'm sorry, I'm just a bit tired. It's now almost 2 PM, but I'm still tired. I need to work, so in just a moment. So he actually goes for the Sandstream. And yeah, we're gonna go with... what should we go with? We can go with a Fissure, but Rheinrock hasn't had that much defense or special defense. It isn't that bulky. So we can just go with the Heavy Slam into him. And we can go with Protect and then see what they're gonna do. Or probably Rock Slide. But maybe they change plans. If they do Rock Slide, I can go into Water type and Will Wisp that Tyranitar. But for now, I'm gonna do Protect. And Rock Slide will not hit my Tyranitar. And Ting-lu at 40 attack, so that's a bit of lucky. And Assurance would have actually hit the Arcanine. But now the Heavy Slam hits. And he has a Focus Sash. So he has 1 HP left. Arcanine is the only one who takes damage for the Sandstorm. We can go with a Fissure and just extreme speed it to the Rheinrock. But he actually withdrew his Tyranitar into his Grimmsnarl. And so we're gonna Terrestrialize. It's a bit embarrassing now because no rock types will hit us actually. So I don't know if we wasted our Terra type, but we're gonna try it anyway. They also can go for Protect, but I think they're gonna go with Endure. That's an interesting one. You don't see that a lot. That means they have probably Endeavor. I don't know how to pronounce it. But yeah, that's a bit worrying. Our Fissure doesn't hit. And we are still buffered. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm so bad at English. We're still getting hits from the Sandstorm. So we can go with the Heavy Slam. And just Protect. But I should Extreme Speed it. Because this is afterwards. I know they're gonna go with Endeavor. But in the battle I didn't think of it. I thought they gonna do another Endure of Protect. So I'm gonna protect myself. they actually did a fake out so I can move anyway. And you see they're gonna go with Andy Aver. 1 HP in the ting-lu instantly. And we're gonna go with the heavy slam and it doesn't knock him out. So we can actually now go with the extreme speed into line rock. And the heavy slam into Grimmsnarl or the stomping tantrum. We were gonna knock out first because, yeah, I thought so. So we're gonna go with the extreme speed into the line rock. We're not gonna do, but they're actually gonna withdraw him. That actually smart play. And probably Tyranitar. No, wo-chien. That's interesting. Extreme speed will not do anything. And Spirit Break will actually knock out my ting-lu. So that was actually a smart play. I've wasted that turn. And now everyone is hurt by the sandstorm. Boom. And he has leftovers. Yeah, that's obvious. You're gonna see a lot of wo-chien with leftovers. But we can go with the chien-pao or the iron hands. But I'm gonna go with chien-pao because of the sucker punch. And Sword of Ruin will lower all defense of Pokemon. Ice Spinner will do a lot of damage, and then extreme speed into the Grimmsnarl. But yeah, I think in this game he's gonna swap out to his Tyranitar, which is actually, yeah, he reads me like an e-reader. He's really good at predicting my moves. So yeah, there we go. He's gonna switch out to Arcanine Tyranitar. He doesn't get the Sand Stream up. And he's gonna terrestrialize his wo-chien. Most likely also a poison type. Yeah, poison type. And yeah, he's gonna then Leech Seed, I think. I do extreme speed into the Arcanine, wouldn't do much. And Ice Spinner wouldn't do also much to the wo-chien. Yeah, that's more than I thought. Leech Seed into the chien-pao. We don't have the focus sash anymore because the sandstorm subsided and we get health. We lose health from the Leech Seed. So that's actually a lot of HP that wo-chien is getting, and this is the annoying part. The attack of everyone is lowered, but the defense of everyone is lowered as well. So we keep it normal, but we can go with Sacred Sword and just go with the Will-O-Wisp into the Tyranitar, but we're gonna go actually into the wo-chien. So it doesn't get that much health back. We need to get it a bit low because no attacks will hit us. Will hit him. We don't have psychic moves. We don't have ground type. Well, ting-lu is down, so we don't have ground type moves. So we need something to knock it out with. And we're gonna wait what they're gonna do with the response. And they actually withdrew Tyranitar again. So they wanna get the Sandstream up. And Grimmsnarl. Now Grimmsnarl will be knocked out now. And that's actually the first Pokemon for them to go down. And it was actually a good move. So the Will-O-Wisp will now go into the wo-chien. So they get the burn. So they don't get a lot of health back. Yeah, they still get a lot of health back. And the Leech Seed actually misses the Arcanine, which is really lucky. Sometimes I just get lucky. But we're gonna see how this works out, because they're probably gonna go and get the Tyranitar in. Or the Line Rock. That can also happen. And it's a Tyranitar, I think. Yeah, it's a Tyranitar. He's gonna set up Sandstream. What he can do is do Extreme Speed. Is already switched to his Rhine Rock. I can't come up with a name. He's gonna come up with this Rhine Rock and sacrifice him, but I don't see him doing that. My chien-pao is actually going back because of the reach sheet switch. I don't want him to get a lot of reach sheet. We're gonna go in with the Iron Hands. Boost the energy. We'll activate our Quark Drive. And our attack was heightened. And I will now Will-O-Wisp the Tyranitar. So we haven't... He doesn't do a lot of damage. He was burned. And he does another lead sheet, but Arcanine also has avoided that attack. So I'm really lucky there. He's really unlucky. But yeah, I don't know if it's live game changing. But everyone except Arcanine is hurt by the Sandstorm. He still has leftovers, but it doesn't really matter as Burn will also get his HP back to normal. So we can go now for a Drain Punch into the Arcanine Tyranitar. But we can also go with a Fake Out and a Flare Bridge to just do a lot of damage. And I'm gonna go with that because the Tyranitar wouldn't actually do a lot of damage. So I'm just waiting for them to move. Fake Out and Flare Bridge. And that does actually nothing because I forgot they have the attack, the ruinous Pokemon, so the attack was actually lowered by me. Yeah, Citrus Berry activates. He flinched, he couldn't move, so he does actually some damage. Rock Slide does actually nothing on the Iron Hands. Arcanine though, he still hits 30 base H points. So yeah. Wo-chien still gets his HP, but still lowers every time. But once wo-chien is really a support Pokemon. It's not really a Pokemon that has any attacking advantages. But it's... Yeah, I'm sorry. But I'm gonna do Protect because he's probably gonna go with another lead sheet. And he's gonna go with another lead sheet. And then we're gonna do a Drain Punch to finally knock out the Tyranitar. If we don't get a flinch. If we don't flinch. But we do a Drain Punch and the Tyranitar is finally gone. That's a 2 against 2. And the only thing wo-chien can do is now lead sheet, protect, substitute, stall us out. And we can't really do anything about it. So wo-chien is our biggest enemy here. Because we can just extreme speed the Line Rock. And I'm just hurt by the every Sandstorm. wo-chien slowly losing his health because of the Sandstorm and the Burn. And I think actually he can endure it. So I'm gonna go with the Will-O-Wisp, so he does actually get knocked out properly. So he does get knocked out by the Burn. So, and we're gonna go with Iron Hands into... No, I thought that. Why would I go with the Tyranitar? With the Iron Hands. We're gonna go with the Wild Charge and the Will-O-Wisp. Yeah, that's the correct move. And he actually cancelled the battle, which means I win again. Iron Hands, Arcanine, ting-lu, chien-pao, and that was it. We have Eevee, Torkoal, Sableye, Umbreon, Glade, and Washirotom. So we have half special attackers and half just physical attackers. So that's just great. So we can do ting-lu, Arcanine. Don't know if they haven't got Trick Room. I don't know if Glade can get Trick Room for the Torkoal. But definitely a weird team. So we're gonna see what we have in store for us. And they're gonna lead off with Umbreon and Torkoal. And we're gonna start off, of course, with Ting-lu and Arcanine. So we have got the Umbreon, which has inner focus, and then the Torkoal attack fail. That isn't really special. And they have inner focus, so the special, so the attack of the Umbreon didn't fail. So we can do a Stomping Tantrum, so they, if they do Eruption, they can do a lot of damage. We can do a Protect for the Umbreon, so they can do a Yawn. Yeah, and just to see what for attack they gonna do to my Arcanine. So we're gonna Protect. Maybe the Torkoal is gonna Protect. That can also be the case. But the Umbreon is actually gonna do a foul play into my Arcanine, and I protected myself, so that's great. Stomping Tantrum. I should have done actually a Fissure in the Torkoal, but looking back at it now, he could have done an Eruption, which can do a lot of damage. So he does a Yawn into my ting-lu, and that's actually quite a big, yeah, quite bad. So we can do a Fissure and a Fabric, but Torkoal does Protect. Torkoal does Protect. I do a Fabric into Umbreon, and you see that does not a lot. I was damaged by the recoil. Foul play hits, and that's actually more than I expected. Stomping Tantrum will not hit. And yeah, I will go to sleep, which is very, very bad. Umbreon will, of course, restore a little bit of health by leftovers. That's obviously the most common item on Umbreon. And ting-lu fell asleep. So we can just keep doing Stomping Tantrums, and we can just Will-O-Wisp the Umbreon. So the attack fails. The attack not fails, but the attack is half. So the attack will do half damage. So he was burned, and of course there was 116 damage. He does Moonlight, which is actually good by him. So he restores health. And ting-lu is still fast asleep, and I'm wondering what he's gonna do an Earth Power. The Torkoal is gonna do an Earth Power, and that actually does a lot. One more Earth Power and I'm down, even with the Citrus Berry activated. And if I'm down, I can't do any more Intimidate. So it's maybe just handy to switch. Maybe he's gonna do another Earth Power, or he's gonna do a Yawn. But I can just actually do Protect this turn. Let's see what he is gonna do. Yeah, I could have switched out, but I want to stall a turn for ting-lu to be awake. So they keep thinking about what attack they're gonna do. I just keep waiting. Yeah, finally I can do a Protect. And Umbreon is actually gonna do a Snarl, which doesn't do anything on me, because I don't know why they do it. I don't have any special attack on everyone. So maybe they thought I switched out, and now they're gonna do an Eruption, but I blocked it. So let's see how much this does on the ting-lu, and it does not a lot. It does just 40 HP points. And just the leftovers and the burn from the Umbreon. And now is a great time to switch, and I hope the ting-lu finally awakens this turn. Stomping Tantrum, of course. I should not do another Risk of Protect. I should do Iron Hands, in the hope they don't do an Earth Power. Arcanine comes back, he can do again an Intimidate when he comes in. Iron Hands comes in. Of course, my shiny Iron Hands. I don't have a lot of shinies, but I don't hunt for them especially. I just want a Pokemon to play the game. Foul Play will do nothing, because it's not very effective. ting-lu is still fast asleep, and that is actually worrying. And he does an Earth Power on my ting-lu, and that actually does nothing. I don't know why they did that. No, I have no clue why they did that. They could have just done an Earth Power to my Arcanine or my Iron Hands. But anyway, moving on to the next turn. We gonna still do a Stomping Tantrum into the Torkoal and a Drain Punch or Fake Out into the Umbreon. So they have a bit of health lost. Now we're gonna see what they're gonna do now. And he withdrew Umbreon, so that's quite interesting. Into Gallade, he probably thought I did a Drain Punch. Torkoal's actually gonna do a Protect. I do a Fake Out, it actually does a lot of damage, even if it is a critical hit. But it does a lot of damage. Finally can do a Stomping Tantrum, but he protected it, Torkoal protected itself. And so I can actually move into my Arcanine, so the attack will be dropped. And can do a Drain Punch or a Wild Charge into the Torkoal. I think that's the right play. Ting-lu comes back. Arcanine comes in. And Intimidate will let Gallade's attack fell by 0.33. He withdrew Torkoal, which is actually a good. He goes by an Umbreon. And Sacred Sword will actually knock out the Arcanine. That's fine, that's fine by me. And a Wild Charge won't do enough damage to knock it out. I should have done a Drain Punch, but of course I wanted the Torkoal to get knocked out. So it's a tough decision here. Should I knock out Umbreon? Yeah, it's a tough decision because Umbreon can actually move first. Chien-pao comes in and that's actually quite interesting. He can actually knock one of the two out. I don't know which I'm going for at the moment. Ice Spinner. No, I go for Ice Spin into Gallade and probably a Drain Punch. Alright. I can see the play here. But Ice Spinner into Gallade, so Gallade is knocked out because it's a physical attacker. Gallade is knocked out, he's fainted. And he does actually yawn into my Iron Hands. And a Drain Punch will definitely knock it out. Yes. And I restore a bit of health. Back. My health goes back to full health. Okay, nice. So the Umbreon is fainted. They have a Torkoal who is slows on the field with half HP left. So of course that will be knocked out. And they have, I think, Levion. Yeah, Levion left. And I don't see Levion a lot in VGC. So we're gonna see what they're gonna bring us. I can do an Ice Spinner into the Levion and do a Wild Charge into the Torkoal. But I can also do Sacred Sword into the Torkoal and switch out the Iron Hands. I think that's the better play. We're gonna switching to ting-lu. Iron Hands come back, so we can knock out the Torkoal. Ting-lu comes in. Maybe he terrestrializes, I don't know anymore. And he's gonna terrestrialize, probably Levion. Yeah, he's gonna do his Levion into a fire type. So. And the Torkoal is actually gonna do a Protect, so great call by them. And Terra Blast, that's actually quite interesting. Probably in my chien-pao, yeah, in my chien-pao. And I Focus Sash. But it's also good if I have an Ice Spinner, then it will be resistant. But it's also better than just getting a Sacred Sword, which will be protected by Torkoal. So again, he can't do twice in a row. He can do, but there's 33% chance. What am I gonna do? Probably Sacred Sword is probably the safest, right? Fissure, I can do Fissure, and if it fails, I can do a Stomping Tantrum that will do a lot of damage. And I can also do a Fire type into ting-lu, so the Terra Blast doesn't do anymore a lot. But also, to be noticed, the Grass type attacks And the fire types attacks for Torkoal would also not do a lot. I don't know why I did Sucker Punch. I could have just done Sacred Sword into Torkoal. But anyway, yeah, you see, I should have done Sacred Sword. He's gonna do Leaf Blade, it doesn't do a lot. I'm gonna do Fissure. And if you're not avoided attack, and now I can do an Stomping Tantrum into Leafeon. Iron Hands comes in, and actually, that's actually the last Pokemon. Torkoal's probably gonna do a Protect. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do a Stomping Tantrum into Leafeon. Because if the Torkoal does Protect, then I can just do a Fake Out, Stomping Tantrum and knock out the Leafeon. So let's see what they're gonna do here next. And they actually they're not gonna do a Protect. Stomping Tantrum will knock out the Leafeon, and now it's game over. So Leafeon is down. Earth Power into my ting-lu, yeah, would do nothing. And yeah, GG to my opponent. I can do whatever I want, so Heavy Slam, of course. And the battle was cancelled, that's of course logical. And that was the battle, so on to the last battle. We have Meowscarada, Garchomp, Pelipper, Dragonite, Golden Go, and Iron Bundle. So special attackers are here a lot. Now it's always it's 3 special attackers and 3 physical attackers. So we're gonna do again the same. King Ambit and Mousehold. I said it earlier in the video. They're not gonna have a lot of play. So the last battle, the video should be done quickly. So we're gonna see. This is another battle for me in Recreation C. This is actually day 2 of Recreation C, or day 1 of Recreation C. I haven't done a lot of battles because of work, because of private life, and because of learning for school. So we're gonna do. They have Iron Bundle and Golden Go, so 2 special attackers against my Arcanine and ting-lu. So the first thing that they must knock out is actually the Iron Bundle, because it's super effective. But I'm not sure. We can also knock out the. We can also do. I'm just wondering if I could do Terra Fire in case he does the Freeze type. But if he does the Hydro Pump, then it has no. Then we can do anything. So I'm actually looking for what to do. So I'm gonna do a Stomping Tantrum, no, a Throat Drop that actually does more, and a Furious and he goes for Hydro Pump. I was gonna say, if the Golden Go does Protect, then it doesn't have any use, but he doesn't do Protect, and he does Make It Rain. Will I survive? Yeah, I will survive. The Arcanine will survive easily, and Furious will hit. And don't knock it out. Actually, the Arcanine is done for. And you saw the Hydro Pump actually survives the Arcanine. So the Arcanine wouldn't knock out. And that is because of the ting-lu. Otherwise it would have knocked out the Arcanine instantly. But now it is still doing 2 turns. No, it's still on 1 turn. We're gonna do the Iron Hands. And who's he gonna send out? Garchomp. So Iron Hands comes in. And the attack was hidden, of course. What should we do? We can do a Fissure and then do a Stomping Tantrum. And do a Fake Out. But I don't know for who. I think Iron Bundle, that's logical actually. If the Iron Bundle has Encore, then it's a bit embarrassing. But we're gonna do the fake out, and he flinched, he couldn't move. And now we can do the stomping tantrum into the iron bundle to knock it out. But of course, if the Garchomp and iron bundle hit us both. Did we still do a fissure? I don't know. If we still do a fissure or the stomping tantrum into the Garchomp. And we're gonna go into the grass type, so the ground type attacks won't hit us as hard. So we're gonna go with the wild charge into the iron bundle, and I don't hope he has encore, because if he has encore, then well, of course we will be stuck using fake out, and we don't want that. So I've been thinking recently to build an encore iron bundle. It's the fastest encore user in the game, I think. And oh, he's actually going to fry type. That actually doesn't matter to me. But if it's good against our Nightgate if he does bulk up, and you can just next turn, first attack, encore it, and it will still do bulk up, and you can knock it out by a special attacker. So he actually terrestrializes. He actually does freeze dry, and that does quite a bit of damage. But now he does earthquake, and it won't hit us as hard. Wild charge will knock out the iron bundle. The iron bundle fainted, and now it's a 3 against 2. Let's see who is gonna. We actually did the stomping tantrum into the 150 base power, and it still does a lot. So we were hurt by the rocky helmet, which actually knocks us out, and now it's a 2 against 2. So we have Team chien-pao. They have already done a terrestrialization, so they can terrestrialize into a steel type, which means Ice Spinner will do 4 times super effective damage. But I know they are probably gonna do a protect. So I can. No, yeah, I fall already. I can go for the Ice Spinner into Meowscarada and detect myself, or I could do. Or I could actually do what I should have done is just Drain Punch, and then Meowscarada was over, and then the battle would be over sooner. But we are gonna see. Yeah, he does a protect, that was predictable. And I do a detect in case they do the U-turn into my Iron Hands. And of course they have the focus sash. And they actually do a flower trick into my chien-pao, but that won't knock us out, because we have a focus sash as well. And now we can go for the Ice Spinner into the Garchomp. And we can do a Drain Punch into the Meowscarada. And if I'm right, then we should knock it out. It's just a waiting game, I'm sorry. I have nothing to say at the moment. So, finally. And Meowscarada is actually gonna do a protect now. Maybe Garchomp does a protect us again. No, he doesn't. And now I'm gonna do the Ice Spinner into Garchomp. Maybe they thought I'm gonna do an Ice Spinner into Meowscarada again. But, no. We're gonna do an Ice Spinner into Arcanine. Into Garchomp, and we're gonna do Drain Punch, and he actually protected himself. So we can just do a Drain Punch and knock it out. I don't know. They actually do a knock off. They haven't got U-turn, and a Drain Punch knocks it out. GG to my opponent. Thank you all for watching. I will be, as I said in the beginning of the video, I will be live streaming, or I have live streamed. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next video in VGC tournament. So, peace.